The U.S. Embassy in Zimbabwe recently tweeted that it was deeply concerned by prolonged pretrial detentions and a lack of due process in Zimbabwe. The statement was widely interpreted as referring to the case of Job Sikhala, a prominent opposition politician who has been in pretrial detention at Chikurubi Prison for over 500 days. Job Sikhala has been charged with inciting public violence, but his trial has been repeatedly delayed. In response to the U.S. Embassy's tweet, Mangwana, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services, issued a statement expressing his displeasure with the embassy's remarks. Mangwana argued that the U.S. Embassy should focus on strengthening the U.S. Embassy-Zimbabwe relations, rather than engaging in condescending and pontificating anti-Zimbabwe activism. He also criticized the embassy for not remaining impartial, pointing out that the U.S. has its own issues with pretrial incarceration and due process. Mangwana called on the U.S. Embassy to respect the sovereignty of Zimbabwe and allow the country to resolve its internal issues without interference. The exchange of words between the U.S. Embassy and Mangwana highlights the complex and sometimes contentious relationship between the Zimbabwean and the U.S. While the embassy has a responsibility to advocate for human rights and due process, it must also be mindful of the sovereignty of the countries it engages with. On the other hand, Mangwana's response highlights the need for countries to respect each other's differences and allow them to resolve internal issues without interference. We would like to hear what you think about all this. Do you think the U.S. Embassy was out of line in its statement, or was it simply exercising its duty to speak out on human rights issues? Do you think Mangwana's response was appropriate? Join the conversation and in the comment section. Thank you for watching the Red Corner YouTube channel. Please subscribe.